Hey everybody, it's the Linkzilla here, and we're coming at you with another Kaijerica Minecraft update. Now, when we last left off, we had just hatched our baby Sarcosuchus. She turned out to be a just little bugger, but let's see how she's doing now. I've basically been playing on and off since our last update. Basically been watching, monitoring her, seeing what she'll do to see if she'll actually hunt, stay in the pen or not, and let's see. We are on the beach, and whoa! She is big. Yep. I think this is her at about maybe 6 or 7 days old. I basically added in the skeletal version of the Sarcosuchus for reference. I wanted to get it under the water, but apparently you can't place these things underwater. Lame. So, let's just pop open the Dinopedia and see. Yep, she's 7 years old. She's pretty happy. But the thing I noticed is that her mood never really stays high. And if it stays high, that's actually kind of a bad thing, because my other carnivorous animals, they're only really content because they basically have their food supply ready at a beckon's notice because I feed them with feeders. Not so much for the bigger carnivores. I want them to actually hunt for their food so that they'll be more entertaining. So basically, the thing about it is, she'll basically just swim around on the bottom of the tank that I have for her, this huge water enclosure, and the thing about it is that, well, the longer that she stays happy, the hungrier she's going to get. Because she doesn't really have any incentive or motive to eat, because she's probably looking for a feeder right now. But she won't ever attack anything unless her mood drops. So, right now she's content. Her mood has to drop down to, I'd say, neutral, back to where it was in the beginning when she constantly was attacking me. Right now it says that she's content, so she has to drop down here, and she'll only get that low if her hunger drops that far. As you can see, she's swimming through the bubbles. That's probably going to increase her mood by a little bit, so it means that it'll be a while before she'll eat again. So the thing about it is that once her happiness goes down, she'll finally go into hunting mode. She'll basically be aggressive enough to where she will attack one of these sturgeons or a squid, and she'll finally eat it. She'll also sometimes attack the skeletons and the zombies and the creepers that fall in here, and of course, she'll even attack me. I basically found out the hard way that you have to be careful of her mood, so basically I keep coming up to monitor her. I'd say when her hunger gets down to maybe 120 out of 150, that's when her mood will drop and she will basically attack. So, yeah. I don't really take it personally, but wow, look at her. She is a whopper now, isn't she? She's basically like Lake Placid size already. Something that I don't like about the carnivorous animals once they grow up is that their eyes change. I just like the cute Minecraft style of their eyes when they're younger, so. But basically speaking, I've basically just been hanging out with her. I've been sticking around because I want to make sure that her pen has plenty of sturgeon in it, because basically if I walk away, the sturgeons will despawn. They'll only really spawn in if I stick around, so I'm also collecting as much sturgeon spawn as I can. Yep, the sturgeons have to spawn, and sturgeons will spawn, so they'll drop their spawn. You can basically confuse yourself. And in case you're wondering, I am not losing any bubbles because I am wearing a diving suit. This is from the Godzilla mod. Yep, this suit is really expensive to make, but it is crucial for basically using a major weapon that you need to use in the game in order to kill some of the monsters, and we'll get to that when we start focusing on the monsters, but right now we're focusing on the dinosaurs. The thing about it is, I'm actually kind of curious to see what would happen if I just kind of left her alone and not let any of the sturgeons spawn in, and if I took the bubble machine away. She'd probably be much, much more aggressive. The thing about it is, I'm wondering if I actually want that. I'm wondering, because it does get kind of boring, especially since she doesn't come out on land at all. She basically hasn't left this water since since she first got in, and I looked it up on the wiki. Apparently the Sarcosuchus can leave water, but they just don't. Basically, the only way that you can really get them to leave water is that you put stairs here on the ledge. Basically, she'll accidentally push herself up, And apparently the Spinosaurus just never leaves water. Apparently you can also get her to leave water by ordering her to follow you, but the thing about it is, I just don't want to have to do that. She should basically be able to leave water on her own if she wants to. I mean, I know that crocodiles sometimes surface, but she never surfaces. And that's ultimately making me think that she's just stuck here on the bottom of this lagoon. Because she's just perpetually sliding around. She's not really swimming, it's more like she's just sliding on the ground. It's just kind of irritating like that. Well, it looks like the croc has grown a bit. She's now 8 days old, and I wonder if she'll get hungry enough to attack the zombies if they get close enough to her. I just gotta make sure that they are closer to her than I am, because she is fast. In the water, she is incredibly fast, and I don't like the fact about how they're still going that way. It makes me think that my game is lagging out, so I wonder if they can hit me at this height. Let's get these two sea monsters hatched in their pens so that I can friggin' do the Spinosaurus already, so that while these guys are growing up, I can basically prepare. I can basically, like, get the Spinosaurus and the T-Rex going as well. So once the Sarcosuchus reaches full size, then I will basically go start looking for more Scarab Gems so that I can tame her. Get to it, shall we? Let's see our Lieopluerodon, if I'm pronouncing that right. When I first read it, I thought it was Lieopluerodon. I thought that it was pronounced Lieopluerodon, but then I heard it pronounced Lieopluerodon. Leo, I don't know. Anyway, let's see it. Whoa, it definitely looks angry already. And it just killed that sturgeon. Wow, I like the dark colors on it. Even as a baby, this thing is menacing. I am basically wetting myself in this thing's presence. Basically, anyone who knows me knows that I basically said it too many times. The oceans of the Cretaceous period were the most dangerous and hostile environment planet Earth has ever seen. Okay, so it's a female and whatnot. These things are literal monsters, and I get so freaked out whenever they're mentioned, whenever I see them, because I'm basically imagining how tiny I am to something like that. Alright, let's see what we got here. Lieopluerodon, the smooth-sided teeth, was a genus of marine reptiles, specifically of short-necked plesiosaurs, see, I was right, called pliosaurs. Lieopluerodon's long skull acted exactly 1/5 of its total length. Therefore, the largest known specimen with a head length of 126 centimeters was gigantic at over 6 meters long. This stands in stark contrast to BBC's popular but erroneous depiction of it as a 25-meter-long monster. Lieopluerodon had 4 strong paddle-like limbs that propelled it forward quickly, which is common amongst plesiosaurs, with the great acceleration provided by its flippers and even a keen sense of smell. Lieopluerodon may have been an ambush predator. Okay, I'm just basically going to say it. I legitimately think that all predators are ambush predators, because the entire point of a predator is that it prefers to sneak up on its prey in order to basically do a sneak attack. If the prey manages to run, sure, the predator will chase it down, but the idea is that usually you have to sneak up on your prey in order to basically do it as quickly as possible. Because if you pounce at just the right moment, you might injure your prey just enough to where if they run, they'll quickly become fatigued from the pain they're feeling and they'll be able to be taken down quicker. I honestly think that every single predator is an ambush predator, every single predator is an opportunist killer. Honestly, if something were hungry, it will scavenge something that's already been killed. It's just common sense, really. With fossils found all across Europe, Lieopluerodon prowled the waves of the middle to late Jurassic island continent. As an apex predator, it struck fear into the hearts of any creature that may have crossed its path. It was piscivore and carnivore, with its diet including giant Jurassic fishes, sharks, ichthyosaurs, and in dire times even other pliosaurs fell to its precarious appetite. Well, looks like I've screwed up yet again. As it turns out, according to this mod, the Lieopluerodon isn't a Cretaceous animal, it's actually a Jurassic animal, just like the Plesiosaur. So, well, looks like it got a squiddy. I'm surprised at how big it is. It's basically the size of a fully grown sturgeon, and it's still 1 day old, so what is this thing going to be like when it's fully grown? Okay, so it's calm now, so it's only going to attack me if it's hungry, so... Alright, that's Lieopluerodon. I just love the dark colors. I think that Lieopluerodon is one of the rare animals in the games that will have a different color based on, like, where you spawn it, or maybe, like, which one, each one will have a varying different color or whatnot. At least of some color schemes, but I don't know, so... Let's see our Mosasaur, the apex predator of the Cretaceous Ocean. Literally the king of the world. Quick bastard, it looks like an alligator gar. Hold still. Dang it. They move so fast. That's creepy. It's like it's trying to get out. Alright, so it's definitely hungry, and it is calm, so it means it'll attack me because it's hungry, and they're both female. Cool. I kind of like the fact that they're both female. And it was attacking me. See? There's so much sturgeon flying around. Holy crap, my armor might not protect me. Stupid reptile. There's like how many sturgeon swimming around? Holy crap, is it asleep? Nope. It's Cathameral. These things don't sleep. Doesn't it ever kind of disturb you, the idea that there are animals on the planet that don't sleep? So, we're just basically going to try something, because it's basically not going to stop following me as I pretty much circle this rim. It's not going to stop following me until it kills me, so I'm just going to basically get out of its line of sight, and I'm going to try to, like, get it to go after the sturgeon, because that's literally what they are there for, instead of me. Vicious, carnivorous, deadly animal. Hi, Lio. Yeah, I might just end up calling this thing Lieopluerodon. Well, can't use the Dinopedia through the glass, but I have a feeling that if they were so inclined, they would be able to eat me through the glass. And why? It's because nature is unfair like that. Nature basically says, screw you, mankind! But anyways, yeah. What was I talking about before this? They are so quick. I don't even see it anymore. Don't know where it is, don't know which one it is. Do you know where the Mosasaur is? Oh, there it is. Do you know who it is? You know where I can find the Mosasaur? I need to talk to her about something. Not big, little. No. Alright. Let's see if its mood has improved. That's something else that I need to comment on. These things have such a great reach. Let me see if this thing's hungry enough to come after me. I'm glutton for punishment. Well, it looks like it's upped its health, so it probably just ate. Holy, it is big. Yep, it's age 9. 3 more days and I will be able to fight it and tame it. Anyways, basically, like, I tested out this thing's range when it came after me, when it tried to attack me, and even as a small baby, it was down here, and I had made it up onto shore This is like 3 blocks long and 3 blocks tall. She was still able to hit me, so I'm really worried about what the Mosasaur is going to be capable of when it's as a baby. That's not to mention when it's fully grown. So do not treat these animals lightly at all. I hear that it has 88 teeth. Man, this is going to be tricky. You see it? It basically is blending in so well with them, and it's moving so quickly. Now, I basically heard from other people that play this mod, especially on the wiki, that the Mosasaurs and Lieopluerodon will get along with each other, so they shouldn't attack each other, they shouldn't provoke each other. I just hope that Lio gets out of that corner and starts playing with the bubble machine. Alrighty, so, okay, it's not hungry anymore, and I can use a skull stick to command it. Good. Mosasaurus, the lizard of the Meuse River, was among the last of the mosasaurs before the Cretaceous-Paleogene mass extinction, the KT event. With the largest species being up to 17 meters long, Mosasaurus was a force of nature within the oceans of the Cretaceous. Mosasaurus was more robustly built compared to its tylosaurine relatives. Its strong tail provided propulsion in the water, while its stiff body reduced drag. It suffered from poor binocular vision and smell, which meant it likely lived near the ocean's surface rather than deeper waters where there is more light and less pressure. Well, of course it had to live near the surface. It breathed air. It's a lizard. Policing the waters of North America and Western Europe, Mosasaurus was an undisputed king of the seas, and whoever controls the seas controls the world. As an apex predator, and all trembled in the presence of it. Armed and dangerous, it was a carnivore and a piscivore, feeding upon marine reptiles and the various fishes of the Cretaceous period with its massive conical teeth. It preyed upon turtles and ammonites, in addition to plesiosaurs and smaller fellow mosasaurids, and at the surface of the ocean. With its paddle-like fins and strong tail, the water was almost always bloody in the world of the Mosasaurus. Ooh, I've got chills. Anyway, I hope you two idiots will be happy here. Anyway, good look at Lieopluerodon. Let's see if we can get a good look at the Mosasaur. And it's moving around out there, so I don't think so. I'm noticing that it seems to basically be going after squid more, so I'm wondering if it'll actually leave the sturgeon alone. But basically, you would think that something like this would basically eat anything it wants. So. Alright, we've got our Spinosaurus egg. Now, the thing about it is, I'm not gonna take the egg just yet because I was debating for a long time which of these mammoth dinosaurs am I going to spawn first. Am I going to go with the king Tyrannosaurus Rex or the semi-aquatic, semi-land dwelling predator that was actually bigger yet weaker than the Tyrannosaurus, the Spinosaurus aegyptius. So I decided that I basically want these guys to pretty much grow up in competition, so the only solution is I'm going to breed them both at the same time. And we're going to do that next time, in the next video, but the problem is that I basically need to basically comment on one last thing before we end this video, and I just gotta get on over to the Spinosaurus pen. I basically realized that this setup for the pen isn't going to work, because according to the wiki, there's something wrong with the Spinosaurus's coding to where once it goes in the water, it never comes back out unless commanded to. That might be an advantage for me, because I might be able to attack it while on land, and the thing won't be able to come after me, though I have a feeling that it will anyway. I mean, if it's being attacked by something on land, then of course it will. My hope is that if I basically breed it like this far inland, then basically it will be less inclined to go immediately toward the water, because not only will there be so much food here on land for it to consume, but there'll also be a bubble blower for it to play with. So, basically speaking at this point, I'm just going to have to breed the thing and see what it does, and hopefully it will stay out of the water, or if it goes in the water, it'll come out of the water. But if it doesn't, I'll just basically have to just change the pen. I'll have to get it out of there, probably use MC Edit to fix the pen, make it exclusively aquatic for the thing to move around in, but otherwise, I don't know. Spinosaurus goes into the cage. Cage goes in the water. I go into the water. Spinosaurus in the water. My Spinosaurus. You know, I really hate it when I can tell that she's hungry and then she starts coming toward the wall where I'm standing. It makes me think that she wants to eat me. You know what? Screw it. Whoa, she is 10. And her hunger is down to 110 out of 150, so I'm going to start backing away as quickly as possible. Well, this felt like a good distraction, so thank you everybody, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to see more of me, please leave a comment section down below, and as always, I will see you in the next Kaijerica Minecraft update. Until then, peace.